What is your definition of a slut?
Of a slut?
Yes.
It's hard to define, I don't know.
Are you talking about S-L-U-T?
Yeah.
That's a hard question.
It's room for interpretation.
People mean different things when they say it.
Right.
So
probably someone who just throws themselves around with no intent to maintain a relationship.
Somebody who just goes out, has sex with anybody, and doesn't care about consequences.
I guess it's someone that sleeps around more than they should.
My definition of slut, I think, is a girl who gives for money.
Oh, okay.
But
that's a prostitute, no?
someone who just opens her legs to the world.
Someone who sleeps with guys not because she loves them, but because she just wants to have sex.
Someone who makes choices about partners based on just sex.
The word slut is a social construct used to, I believe, demonize anyone who is comfortable in their sexuality, but especially women.
Okay, it's someone who has too much sex with different people.
Good answer.
Yeah, I think so.
Same?
Yeah, it's like a bitch. Can we say it?
Somebody who doesn't get attached very easily, just is in it for the physical rather than the emotional.
I instantly, like when you said that, I thought about female.
Right.
So I didn't want to like define what a female slut was per se. But.
So why do you think society right away thinks it's automatically a female? Because it could be both ways. But why in society right away when they think of that word, automatic it's female?
It's just assumed, and also the women have to deal with the consequences, like getting pregnant, so it's apparent more in society.
I think just reinforcement. I think people say it, and then you see it in the media, and it's just people think woman, and then they talk about it, and it just becomes a thing that everyone thinks.
Well, it probably has to do with like male and female roles in history. Women weren't the pursuers. It's always been males that are the pursuers. So when a girl goes out and she tends to sleep with all these guys, she can in some ways intimidate or come across as a weird threat. So it's easy for people to put that down as a bad thing.
I think it kind of goes back to the old days. A man is seen as more masculine and you know, more of a man if he sleeps with more women.
I think when you think of a guy being a slut, I guess it's more of a positive thing when you think of a guy having sex with a bunch of girls. But if you think about a girl having sex with a bunch of guys, it's a negative thing.
She's being used. That's what her friends see as. Whereas like a guy, when a guy sleeps around, he's not being used. He's in a sense using. Like a male can sleep around and all his buddies will be like, yeah, like, oh my God, like you got laid, what, 3 times this week? Where a girl, if she sleeps around, her friends are like, what are you doing?
The master key who can get into any lock is like an unimpressive key, but a lock who lets any key open it is a shitty lock, right? So
It's like if a boy kisses about 2 girls in one evening, they're like the best, but when a girl does it, she's like a bitch.
If your bro's sleeping around with a bunch of girls, and if they're cute, you're like, yeah, dude, you're good work. But it's like a girl, it's like, well, she's been around. I don't know if I want to go there.
I mean, part of like hooking up with a girl, I guess, is the satisfaction of just an accomplishment, you know. Like, but if she's a slut, then it's not really an accomplishment.
If a male or female, they sleep with multiple partners, but they're honest, they're not lying to anyone, they're not leading anybody on, and they're having safe sex, do you think, whatever, it's their business, that's cool, or do you think it's still kind of not right?
It's fine. It's their business.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever they want to do.
If they both know about it, I think that's fine. I mean, as long as you're not hurting anybody.
I don't know. I mean, not necessarily. I think you can think that you're not hurting someone or not hurting yourself when you really are in the long run, though, right? Like, you might think, oh, it's all consensual and this is going to be great, but maybe you wake up the next morning and feel like shit about it.
I don't know. For me, I personally believe that you should be sleeping with someone you love, and if you're not doing that, then you're probably going to hurt someone.
It's true. That would be in a perfect world, it would work that way, where they're open about it and everyone's okay. But when you bring like sex into anything, feelings always come attached to that?
I guess it's kind of the reason why they're doing it. If they're doing it because they believe in like free love and they don't think that they're hurting anyone by doing it, then I think it's fine. But if a guy's going around just to be like, yeah, like I fucked like 20 girls this year, and then like, I think that's a little bit different, and I probably view them negatively.